females. And I wish honestly, I wasn't ready because I was in such a confused state too because of the drugs that the state put me on. But but I kind of wish I took it because education is invaluable. But at the same time, though, a man and a woman can self-educate themselves. And I think that's not something to be slept on either.
We just received a comment on Facebook from Mr. Stephen M. Wilson. He's saying, great show as usual, and he's listened to us on his BlackBerry. So big up Mr. Stephen Wilson.
Yay.
Mr. Wilson, what's going on, Mr. Wilson?
And I want to give a big shout out to another individual that hit us up on Twitter. I want to thank them for the listening as well and also following us on Twitter. So we do appreciate
the support, y'all. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I kind of just wanted to put my 2 cents in. See, I was on the flip side to Anthony Cook. When I was in high school, there was a particular school at the time that recruited me for after my freshman year. The school was St. Sebastian at the time, and it was a pretty good football program. It was an all-boys school. And I excitedly went to my mother and was just like, Mommy, they need me on their team, because that's what the recruiter said. Like, I will be a great asset to their team. And, I went to her very excited. And she basically said, okay, let's look into it. And once she found out that she had to pay a certain amount of money, that was a no-go, And I was very disappointed and hurt to the fact that I felt like she could have done more. But I don't know her situation, I was just really focused on me. So from that day forth, I decided to never be dependent on anyone. And I've made my way in for college, and that's instilled in me to this day. So that experience.
Yes, because you say it all the time, public.
Yeah, I do, because it's in me, And so Anthony Cook, that's a great story. But I have the flip side to that, and I kind of wanted to present that to you, that I wanted to be the dude at BC High. You know what I mean? I wanted to be the dude at St. Sebastian, and somebody else told me no. So that was definitely a learning experience for me as well.
Yeah, man. That's the way life is. You get your opportunities. Sometimes you can see an opportunity and not be able to touch it. And it's up to you, how you're going to take that adversity. Is it going to make you a stronger person, or are you going to let that lack of opportunity defeat you? You obviously didn't let it defeat you, so that made you stronger. And despite the fact that I kind of, I don't know, in terms of, professionally, what do you call for students, student-wise, set myself back. I did not let that stop me because, as Blue was saying earlier, you can self-educate yourself, and I've managed to do that.
And he's a phenomenal self-educator.
And I continue to do so because, there's still a lot that I haven't done, so I want to continue to try to educate myself and make myself a better person, so that's what's up.
So can we say our final words? This hour, flew by. What were you going to say, public?
Yeah, it definitely did. And I just want to say, man, everything happens for a reason in life. And I guess this will be my final word. Because for me, it made that whole situation with St. Sebastian made me not ask my mother for anything else. Because I wanted to make I never wanted to be that disappointed again in life. And Mommy, if you're listening, I know that you are. I just want to tell you thank you. Because I know you tried, so I just want to say I'm not saying this to have a negative reflection of the situation. It actually became a positive reflection of the situation because it made me the man I am today. So thank you.
I was going to say that public, not dependent. I don't think we should encourage people to not depend on anyone because I think it's human nature to rely and to live in a community with each other. Because ultimately, even if you take out loans, you're dependent on the state or the federal government or whatever. But I think what to learn from this is that you just take one day at a time and just live with no regrets. because like Anthony Cook said, he self-taught himself. The education he didn't get from there, he self-taught. And you never know what experience he would have had at BC High, So I just think you live every day and just make sure you learn from your experiences.
Yeah, well, this is Anthony Cook. I'm sure that if I would have went to BC High, I would have learned some new drugs out there. But other than that, thinking about that situation, I'd like to thank my mom for allowing me to have a voice and a say in a crucial part of my life, and that she was open-minded enough to give me that opportunity. And love you, Mom. And that's all I got to say.
Yeah, I wouldn't sweat any of these missed opportunities because, look where all the four of us are now. Coming together and making a great radio show that you never know where it's going to go. So I wouldn't sweat any of these missed opportunities. If we took these opportunities, we probably wouldn't be in a position to make this radio show. So also, speaking of drugs, I think we really need to educate our children to avoid certain things like drugs, even marijuana. People say marijuana is harmless. I think it has a place for a lot of people, but at the same time, this stuff has a lot of pesticides on it. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people know that. And I would teach your children to avoid drugs and things like pornography and all other stuff that's going to warp your mind at a young age.
That's a pretty good one there. Some good points right there. Public.
Yeah, I said my final piece, man. Like I said, I just want to thank all the listeners. The Minority Men Show, we keep going strong. 2014 will be greater. I also want to thank everyone for just being who you are, man, regardless of what you are. Just be you and do you. And take 2013 and mold it into a better 2014.
And I like to
Amen to that.
And I definitely want to thank the listeners for all of y'all out there for your support and your continued support. And please continue to give us feedback on what you think of these shows and what we're doing and what you'd like to bring to the conversation, because we're doing this for you and we want to give you voice.
Yeah, and we are the voice of the voiceless, so we're always looking for people to share their stories. Every speaker who came or guest on our show from last year had a deep impact on our hearts and our viewers and listeners' hearts, too. So definitely, if you're interested in being on the Minority Men Show, please call us 617-903-SHOW. We want to hear your story. You're not alone. Other people have experienced it, and other people can learn from your experiences.
Shout out to Mr. Wilson from Blue.
Hey, shout out to Mr. Jackson and Chris Jackson, Ralph Parent, Latifah Ali, all the guests, Wayne Wilson, Mr. Henry, everyone that's been on the show, Lucci, if I'm forgetting your name, please, Raina, Cole Rodriguez, Adaya, Mr. Poet, Reggie B, to all our listeners, to all our support, all our sponsors too, though. Purcell and Sons, all our sponsors, man. You know who you are.
Yeah, this was a big year.
It's a big year. So
thank you, guys.
Thank you, and we continue. Chip Greenridge, blessings for that. The greatest minds of Boston.
Man, getting his master's down there.
Yeah, his PhD actually.
Oh,
big
PhD,
things.
my bad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Go get it 24/7. Stephen M. Wilson, Jr. Big ups to all the Boston Massive. You know what I mean? We just loving it.
Yeah, we lost Blue. He's fascinated by these new blue blockers they got on
right
television.
now.
So we'll see you guys next week on Saturday. We'll hit you up, and it's been a blessing.
Next year, 2014.
2014, whoop, whoop.
So we're about to go out with Mr. David Pattern. Let me introduce you to my band. So peace to all those, and stay peaceful on the brand new year, all right? Peace. This is Minority Men Show.
Peace.
I got a pretty tight crew in my circle of friends. When everybody's walking out, I know they'll be walking in. But the love of my life is where the story begins. It's been rough, I won't lie, I'm trying all that I can. You see, I met her as a girl, but now she's a woman. And she says I mess around too much, and that's a problem. But my best friends bring out the best in me. And if I heard you correctly, you want them to leave? Hell no, let me introduce my band. Yeah, this is my crew, roll squad deep. Yeah, this is all we do. I love to mess around, I love to see you move. So this right here is what I love to give to you. Let me hear it, y'all. We've been hanging out so long, we don't even need to talk. I already know what they need and they know what I want. I made a few great decisions, we were broke so I fixed it. I also made a lot of shoddy ones and I got a lot of unfinished business. It's cool, I don't care, I'll be fine. I come back from the dark with a light every time. And I fight for this girl like my life's on the line, when I know she really don't deserve a thing. And my boys know it's true and it's such a journey. They know I'll never learn, they know she'll never leave. They know she got control and a super strong hold, and I'm screwed. Wow, let me introduce my band. Yeah, this is my crew, roll squad deep. Yeah, this is all we do. I love to mess around, I love to see you move. So this right here is what I love to give to you. Let me hear it, y'all. As much as I've loved the time we've spent, I'm not sure it's working. Don't make me choose between the two of you again, because I promise you right now, I choose them. Let me introduce my band. Yeah, this is my crew, roll squad deep. Yeah, this is all we do. I love to mess around, I love to see you move. So this song right here, look, I'll dedicate to you. I'ma call it my